Hi everyone. Today I want to show you one of the features of Exposer that allows you to link internal and external articles and bring it up into one view. For this purpose, I have here one page that is already set up with Exposer. This grid here is an Exposer grid, and as you can see here, some of those articles got this tiny badges here. Which shows us that this one is an external article, in this case of this newspaper. Yes, so quick here first. This is an internal article. If I click on it, it will bring me up to another page, to this article. And if we click on one of those articles with the badge, you can see it brings us to another page, an external side of this newspaper. At the moment, the link is set up to self, but it can also be configured to open a new window. In fact, the configuration to archive this feature is first in the Exposer that shows you the grid. You have there the tab URL, which means those are the URL A, B, and C of the article. And as you can see here, we have used URL B as link. You can also ignore or badge info only. Then we have here the information if it should, the configuration if it should display a badge or not. So you can also not have any optical marker. In this case, you cannot. There will be no difference between the internal and external articles from the visual point of view. The text source means what information should be printed in the badge. You can use here module, and in this case, every one of those articles has the same information, like external page, for example. If you save it now, have a quick look here, refresh the page. As you can see, it's always written external page. It might be necessary for you. In my opinion, the article URL title is the better way to do this, because then you can have a title for each link. So we've switched to the article views. I have already filtered the category for news and the tags for news, because those are the articles that are shown in the Exposer. Now let us create a new article. Just to show you how you can do that. For that, I will use this article here. So we leave it blank. We have no need to enter any content, because yeah, that's not used at all. We set here the text. This is optional, so please adapt that to your needs. The tags, the category, based on the filters you have set here in Exposer. Let's do a quick save, because I have also set up some custom fields, more informations. Those are also optionals. So I have set up Exposer here to use sorting by custom field name datum in German, and I have also an information for the text setup, which is set to Einleitungstext, which allows me to set up a custom intro text. For that, I'll copy it here first. So here, and for the date, I set it to yesterday, because yeah, the news is from yesterday. And last thing I have to do is to set the image and links. For sure, every article should have an image. So I just took up the URL from here and set it up as intro image URL. So the last part is we have to link to the article. That's what we can do here. Keep in mind, you can use article A, B, or C, URL A, B, or C, which means you can have different configurations based on your needs. So here we have used URL B, link B, then here I put the label of the newspaper. The link should be open in a new window, pop-up or model, or in the parent window. From our side of Exposer, opening pop-up or model has no specified handling, which means the only options that are useful at the moment, if you do not have configured or coded some special cases in your website, is the parent or the new window. So I set it up here as open a new window, and just to make sure, here is self-save. I'm talking here about the Exposer settings, then reload the page. So the news article is here. We have here an integrated one, the charity game. So that opens the internal article. And here we have the external article that was loaded in a new tab. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, quick overview. We've set it up an intro image, which could be for sure a local image. Right now I have just pointed in the external image source. We've defined link B with the URL, link B text with the text that is shown in the badge, and we have defined how the link should be opened. And in the Exposer settings, a link setup is set to full for that the whole card is clickable. The link mode is not necessary for us at the moment for the external links. Internals would be link to item, and internals would be self-targeted. And in the URL parameters, we have set it up that URL B has to be a link. It should display a badge, and the text source should be article URL title. Yeah, that's it. So easy. Have a nice day.